The Bird was done in a little studio in a room, and I had a snare drum and a hi-hat and one mic, and I was experimenting with this production of starting with the drums with snare and hi-hat, and I would play these long loops, 16-bar loops. Sometimes I'd play just, for about 2 or 3 minutes at a time, and then I would program a kick drum after, and I would build tracks that way around that foundation, and that was one of them. I started writing that one actually at Shafiq Hussein's house, maybe like almost 5 years ago, and he had a Rhodes keyboard and the 404, and we were just jamming one day, and I started singing that line, and we started writing that, and I wrote the chords on the Rhodes originally. And the original version had it was with Shafiq, but we couldn't find the stems, so then I got to my other studio and I redid the whole thing. And I got Kelsey to lay bass and Jose to put guitar, and my boy Ron, who's been playing with us for a while, Ron Avant, put the keys on there. And usually I just let them do long takes, and then I chop and edit where I want to take things out. And on that track, there's a lot of editing. If you hear, before the editing, it was just all one jam, and I took out certain kicks and certain bass and bring in keys here and take it in and out there. And I think it kept it kind of rooted in like a hip hop vibe, but still soulful. And I just wanted to give a song that set the tone for the rest of the album. I knew very early on that would be the first song for the album. And I wanted something that would talk about my family line and a little bit of what I went through, but kind of loosely and not so dense. And I think we nailed it.
You have that line is I got my lessons from, is it the Ancient Rules, or?
Yeah, I learned my lessons from the Ancient Rules. Yeah.
Through your mindset, what does that mean to you?
Man, honestly, that kind of reminds me of just being in the house with Shafiq. Shafiq was kind of schooling me to Moorish times in the Moors in Spain, and just how the things were before the Catholics took over, and he was hipping me to all these different things, just about how even things started in America, and the rules of Egypt, and how a lot of the templates that were based in Egypt that they followed them a lot, even in Europe and the Catholics and with the popes and everything. So a lot of a lot of the rules that people follow now are kind of based on ancient studies, I think, that started in Egypt.
But that's pretty profound. But I don't think a lot of people actually know that level of insight when they're hearing the track, because it's so musical. Yeah. Does that also, when you have that type of information and that knowledge, or you acquire information, does that change the way that you see yourself as an artist and what you're here to do?
It's just experience, I just take in this information, and I'm an artist that is affected by his surroundings and people he meets, and takes these experiences and writes songs about them. I feel like my main responsibility as an artist is to create with as less compromise as possible, and to freely create and to express what I'm feeling and how maybe the world is even feeling, and maybe to try to put those in words that you might have wanted to say that you couldn't say, or she might have wanted to do she couldn't do. I feel like we are blessed as artists to be able to do those things, and we should really take advantage of that. So that's all I thought.